Thanks to everyone joining the webinar today. I'm excited to speak with you. Again, my name is Adam Hancock, and I'm joining you today from Birmingham, Alabama, where my company EBSCO Industries is headquartered. And today I'll be presenting on the topic of building a leading state FP&A organization to drive transformation, and in particular a case study that's near and dear to me. So to start, a little background about EBSCO Industries and our philosophy around FP&A. So EBSCO is a closely held conglomerate. We have about 14 diverse businesses within our portfolio, with about 5,000 employees that span over 20 countries, and it's been a great place to work. I've been here for about a year and a half now. One of the things that I want to touch on quickly is just kind of our philosophy around FP&A. So really, we've been given a mandate from our senior leadership team, and try to distill that here with the 2 bullet points. So number 1 is really just partnering with our businesses to improve financial performance, and also, which is a twin of that, is really making sure we're optimizing our capital allocation. That's basically what we are after at the core. And to kind of help visualize that, I put together this pyramid at the bottom, which really helps kind of hopefully demonstrate the value chain that we see as FP&A within our organization. So as I said, I joined EBSCO about a year and a half ago to help launch FP&A. It's been a very exciting journey, but we've got these mandates and this kind of visualization to be kind of our undergirding principle. So to start with the foundation, these are things that textbook FP&A activities that you all are all familiar with. Your recurring budgeting, planning, forecasting, as well as recurring analyses. And then above that is, as this kind of graduates up the pyramid, it indicates kind of more value add. In the second section is project-based support. So these are more reactive things, but ad hoc project type things that are commissioned by either our senior leadership, CEO and CFO, or our board of directors. And above that is the kind of the pinnacle of this, which is our proactive value add. These are really things that are spawned from FP&A. They generate out of FP&A insights and decision-making support that really drive measurable value and transformational change. And so that's what we aspire to, and that's kind of what's behind the next few slides. So if you don't mind going to the next slide. Awesome. So how do we get there? And I subtitled this a WHIP case study because it is a work in progress for us, although we are making good progress. This table below takes a lot of cues from the maturity model. It's not exactly the same, but these are the things we're focused on. And the way I've laid this out is to the left, I've got those categories and the real guiding principles behind those, the things that we adhere to and are trying to achieve. And on the right, I've got our journey in that process. So where are we currently? And then on the far right, just a plus, minus, and neutral sign to indicate where we are. And hopefully in a year or so, we see more plus signs but right now this is where we are as a pretty nascent organization. So starting at the top is team. Much of what Hans has written about in his research paper aligns with our approach here. Really to start making sure we're fulfilling the 5 team roles, which include business partner, transformational lead, storyteller, data modeling analyst, and data scientist. And so while I feel like we have a very small but mighty team, we don't necessarily have dedicated resources to each of those things. However, like I said, we have a sharp team and we can cover a lot of those bases with our current existing core team. One of the things that I want to mention too is that we have a unique role on our team, which is a business technologist. I have never in my FP&A career had that privilege of having that person come alongside us, but we have that now and we're fortunate to have that. And this person is a wizard with systems and data synthesis and systems architecture. So they're already providing immense value and really being a bridge between financial operations and our technology that we're trying to leverage. Below that is business partnering. So what I want to really focus in on here is how important it is, past, present, and future, to gain a trusted partner relationship with our businesses. And as I said before, we have 14 different businesses with very different business models that are in different industries. And so it's incredibly imperative that we are gaining that trust, understanding the business itself, and attempting to give them true value. And the way we're approaching that now is through quick wins, proof points that we can point to say, hey, this is value, we think, and hopefully it is to you, and that gives us credibility and hopefully keeps them coming back for more help. And then next is technology and tools, which was deliberately put in the middle because it's kind of at the center of what we're working on right now. And I'd say to start with this, one of the things we're trying to do with technology is really what I'm sure all of you are challenged with today, which is moving our attention away from the minutia and the manual intensive work towards value creation and kind of the top of that pyramid, and making sure that we are moving our vision away from that, or our attention span. Today we are in the process of implementing a new EPM solution, which I will point to as probably the cornerstone of our approach to leveraging technology, and I'm excited about where that is. We're still in the early innings with that, but I'm excited to see where that goes. But we do have a steep hill to climb with this, and it's going to require institutional change. We have prevalence of legacy systems that we're going to have to, gradually move off of in order to accomplish that. Data and analytics naturally follows technology and tools, as the only way to get to synthesize that data is through technology and tools. And so, two of the key principles that we are, focused on with this are, how do we take that data and create insights from it, and then manifest that in story form? And that was talked about earlier with Matt's presentation. So that's one of the things we're focused on. And the second is really around breaking down data silos. I'll talk more about this later, but today a lot of our data exists in walled off, proverbial silos. And frankly, think operational data, financial data, sales data, even external data, pulling those together to really is where the magic happens, and that's what we're excited about. So on the right below data and analytics is leadership, which is really more philosophical in nature, but it's the fundamental premise of this is that we have to live and die by our first principles, and so we've established those, and we want to make sure that we are that's a ripple effect across our organization with our business units, with our corporate partners, and that we want to use more of a carrot and less of a stick is kind of our mantra there. And so you can see on the far right, we're making progress with these. Technology has to happen before data and analytics, but we're well on our way to making that happen. And so on the next slide. So on this that's kind of the preview, or an image of what we're currently working on. This is what's next. And so I've covered a little bit of this, but I'll drill a little bit deeper. So EPM implementation, as I said, we're at the early stages of that, but we have built the foundation and excited to see the value that's already providing for us. Now we're going to take it to the next level, where we're going to systematically roll this out with our business units, work with them to understand their needs, and hopefully proliferate this technology across our enterprise. And then next would be team investment. As I said, we have a really, really sharp, very experienced team today. So we've got that core built out, but as we continue to grow and we see instances where we are actually providing measurable value, expand those opportunities and hopefully do that via more and more sharp individuals to add to the team, filling gaps where we see them, but doing that in a thoughtful manner. Below that is process optimization, which I'm sure everyone on this webinar has been challenged with. The main takeaway here really is we need to make sure that those recurring activities that sometimes take a lot of time and a lot of energy are streamlined to the extent possible, and that really that there's value created from them that's recognizable both on the corporate side but also with our business partners. That's our aspiration there. And then lastly, immersion in the business. I think this is really another cornerstone of our philosophy and our approach to this, making sure that we are boots on the ground with our businesses, understanding how they operate, how they generate earnings, being with them and having open ears, approaching this with humility, recognizing they're going to know more about their business than we ever will, but we do have certain areas that we can provide value, and I'm excited to do that. But it does take being immersed in the business, and not only does that give us knowledge, but it also cultivates trust with them and creates a lasting relationship that really ultimately drives transformational change.